Yo, man, I don't think they heard you. Why don't you tell them what your name is?
I made a prediction that Marcel Dixon would win. And Marcel Dixon has won. You know, there were 3 candidates. No one knows who the other candidate is, but we all know who Marcel Dixon is. Marcel Dixon came so strong that they had to address Marcel Dixon and the black community. By me being a black person that was born in America, been here all of my life, there are some things that I just cannot help not to trust. And the voting system is one of them. When Marcel Dixon was campaigning so strong, and I'm watching Jim Clyburn, it reminded me of an old episode from Good Times when you had Alderman Davis, a.k.a. Jim Clyburn, with this old politician shucking and jiving, doing nothing for the community. Well, you had this new candidate coming on, another black guy, Jimmy Pearson. And Jimmy Pearson, you know, he tried to run a clean campaign. But these old guys, old Negroes, they know how to muddle the water. And they resort to, you know, name calling. And that show they called The Dozens. Nothing about the issues, but a bunch of mudslinging. Jim Clyburn is 82 years old. What has he done for the black community in South Carolina, in wherever he is, in his own neighborhood? What has he done? I hate to say it because I'm not as old as Jim Clyburn, but I'm getting up there. You know, and to some young people, I might be considered an old Negro. But I don't express the views and concerns of the majority of old Negroes, black people, whatever you want to call them, here in America. I never did. I was always rebellious. I see things differently. I see we've been jived. I've always seen that. And one thing I noticed by me being observant is that old people are good at this one thing. That is stopping young people. Old people always been good at that. During the civil rights movement, it wasn't the old Negroes that was getting things moving along. It was the young black people, not the old. The old was telling the young to sit down. Y'all gonna mess things up. What are the old doing? What are the old people telling young people now? Y'all need to sit down. You're gonna mess things up. Let us handle this. All they're doing is making sure that they have a nice, comfy position at Marcel's table. And I said that Marcel Dixon won. Yes, he did win. Because now I've noticed that some young people say, hey, I might as well go and give this a try. And I'm saying that all young people, give it a try. Run for these offices. Do the like Obama did. Hit the internet. You got to learn how to, it's not playing on people, but if you want to attract people, you got to do what you got to do to attract people. Where's Jim Clyburn doing? Having some little fish fry. Well, you young. You know how to talk to your people. You know what your people like. So what you do is have events where you go talk to the people. When Obama won, I saw all kind of people voting for Obama. People that never voted for Obama because they saw something that we never got, but they still saw something that we could have gotten if Obama would have been on our side, but he wasn't. That's why you young people who are on the side of righteousness need to throw your names into the hat and run for these offices. Give these people a run for their money. These people have been in the seat too long. And as black people, we have regressed. We are not progressing. And they always want to compare the average black person to athletes, entertainers. But look how much money they're making. But look how much money the average black person is making. Compared to the price and the cost of living, black people have regressed. And these people have been in these positions that they have, the city councilman and all these people, they just playing a game. And you young people, when you get in, you watch these old folks. They're going to tell you, hey, what you do is you sit down and you watch for a year or two, then you see, because you don't know what's going on. Yes, you do. Old people tell you, you know what, you ain't ready yet. Yes, you are. When the idea enters your mind, you are ready. Everything else is just on-the-job training. When they started, they didn't know what they was doing. And they want to say, well, since I've been in politics all of these years, I know what I'm doing. Well, how have black people progressed since you've been in this position? All you've been in all these years is proof that you don't know what you are doing. You know, when I do these videos, I'm asking for y'all to pray for me, because sometimes I just cannot help but get a little emotional about these things, because it involves me as well. And sometimes I might slip and say some words or some things that, you know, after I think about it, I probably shouldn't have said. But that's because of what's happened. I cannot help but have some type of emotions about what I'm seeing every day. If you don't get emotional about it, what they say, you are not human. And here's another thing, young people. You need, like I said, you need more. Y'all need to form out some type of group where you have a number of people that think like you, that hold these different positions, because when you get up into these political arenas, you are surrounded by the enemy. They might look like you, but they are the enemy. And you need somebody that's on your side to speak on your behalf. I've seen where they've taken certain people out of these meetings and because they didn't agree with them. So they labeled them as, you know, they troublemakers. Get them out of here. So you need more people that think like you, so you can tip the scales in, you know, in your direction. I know Marcel, he knows what he has to do. He's not dumb, this guy's an educator. But sometimes, although we may know a lot, sometimes we miss certain things. You know, certain things we look over. That's why you have to have different people around you that catch those things that you are missing. And so, since your name is out there now, you start your campaign right now. And by you being young, you're not one of these scary people. Go to the places that these politicians refuse to go. You got to go, because, you know, some black people will vote, but they just don't vote because they just don't really see any benefits in it. Well, you got to vote. I mean, why do I have to vote when I don't have any really choices? But you just want me to vote anyway. It don't go like that. So you need to go to maybe places like, go to the hood, where the young people hang, that, because although they might have a lot of old people, there are more young people. So where the young people dwell, that's where you have to go with your campaign. And, you know, ask questions, listen. Add that to your campaign strategy. Keep focusing on the reparations and how black people are disproportionately messed around. People know that black people are being messed around, but they like to see numbers. They want to see it in black and white. Show it to them. Old Jim Clyburn, he was trying to talk all tough. Well, tell him to come take my seat then. But Jim Clyburn is peeping around corners and looking over his shoulders. Oh, here's another thing. You have to have you some people, man, at these voting stations, because they have these bullies that they use to go to these polling stations to bully people. Now you can't stay over here. You gotta go over there. I'm telling you, when Obama ran, at this one place I was in Fifth Ward, you had about 20 or 30 black female Clinton supporters. They just came in there hiring and screaming, and they just act a fool. But that's to create chaos. That's what they're good at. See, these old people are crafty. Just go in there and make a bunch of noise and just mess everything up. So you have to have some people there to combat all of that. See, in this race that we are in, the winner will not be the one that is the swiftest or the fastest, but the winner will be the one that endures till the end. Hey, if Jim Clyburn is offering fish nuggets for votes, you go one up on him. You offer fish nuggets and one shrimp. Watch out for that lawnmower named Greg Marcel Dixon.